this type of video is not gonna get me any type of friends in the crypto YouTube space, because I'm gonna share with you how crypto YouTubers steal yours and my money and how they make over $100,000 in passive income, and it's not trading. I see the irony already. Aaron, aren't you a crypto YouTuber? Yes, I am. But this is, I fell for the trick, and I'm not doing this scam or whatever. So I fell for it. I went into it and I was like, oh, maybe this will help me, and it's not. And the whole thing is signals groups or alerts groups. If you don't know what an alert group is, it's when a popular YouTuber opens up like a private Patreon or a private Telegram or Discord, and they have people pay like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70. I've seen $100 a month, where the people go in and they have the ability to get notified when that particular YouTuber makes a trade. So for instance, if I opened up my private signals group, like the Cowboy Signals or Cowboy Alerts, and I said, hey, I'm buying in on, Wilder World or Decentraland or, whatever, Binamon at, 10,000 coins or whatever, $10,000. And then it alerts you guys, or alerts the people in the group on whether or not to buy or not. And so then they make the decision whether to buy or sell or whatever, and to get in. And I just want to back out and just give you a metaphor. Have you ever seen that Batman movie, the second one, where the Joker starts off and he and a bunch of goons are robbing a bank, and they think oh yeah, all of them are like, yeah, we're gonna get all this money, oh man, and they start shooting each other and they start killing each other, and then Joker finally eventually kills all his goons, the people that helped him rob the bank, and the actual trick was on them. Like, they think they're pulling off the heist, but it's actually the Joker pulling off the heist on his own team. And I think that's what's happening here. In my estimation, I joined a signals group thinking, oh, okay, maybe this will help me learn about when to invest, how to invest, and maybe it'll give me some tips. I'm like, okay, it'll let this big YouTuber know, let me know. I'm not a big YouTuber. They'll let me know when to buy in, and I'm gonna buy in with them. It turns out when I did that, I almost lost a lot of money, and I potentially lost a lot of money, and I definitely was taken back. I was like, what is really happening here? And so I'm going to go into it, exactly how they do that. Of course, they always say this is not financial advice. It absolves them from all kinds of like suing and stuff like that, but it's really because there's no regulations here. But just so you know, this is never financial advice. This is just my research, okay? This is not, I'm not even giving it financial advice. I'm just sharing with you what I learned. Why? Because I'm new to crypto still. I still consider myself new to this whole game. I'm under a year. I earned my first Bitcoin, but I'm just trying to help you get to your next Bitcoin and really get to me, my next Bitcoin. I'm a lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond-headed cowboy exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to roll with us, hit the subscribe button down below. So let's go into it. So and I blocked out the name of the group and all that stuff because I don't know what's happening, right? If I put, this is a private group, so all this stuff should be private, but I don't want to get sued. He seems to have a lot of money to sue me, so I'm trying just not to get sued here. But if you could tell here, he makes this on December 15th, right? It's December 16th at the time of this recording. He says, buy CGG, or this is, and I'll go, he has his disclaimer, so I'm going to pause there, right? He says that he's only in it for himself, and he's just giving us information for us to follow. But in reality, we're paying to be able to trade with him. So it's like kind of like say out one side of your mouth and do something else. It's kind of weird. But basically says, I'm buying in possible trade idea, CGG, which is Chain Guardians, 90 cents at 90 cents, and Bear Trap at $1, and there's these different targets, which I've learned, like, hey, I'm gonna start setting targets now on my trades. This is something that I haven't done lately. This is not like a practice of mine. But when he set this up, it was December 15th, and you can see here at the top right side, it's at 2:13 a.m. Now, when he said that, he probably put it out. I mean, he's got a ton of money, honestly. And if we go here to Chain Guardians, and right here, we'll see what we're looking at, okay? We'll see at this point is when he bought in, right? Right here. That is the point he bought in. You can see here at December 15th, and you can see here at 2:13 a.m. right there, 2:15 a.m. He bought it at 90 cents. And then when he posted at 2:15, this thing shot up within 10 minutes. It's 2:25 a.m. to $1.03. Okay. Now, if you were him and immediately shot. It broke. It's a breakout. I mean, this is what all the technical analysis someone can do on this thing. It's regardless of the point. If a YouTuber a popular YouTuber decides, hey, everyone buy in at this moment, boom, it's its own pump. Then the guy, he could, I mean, I don't know what he did here, but if I were him, like if no, getting into the mind of someone who is right here, and I'm not saying he does this or he doesn't do this. I have no idea. I'm not going to accuse him because I actually kind of like the YouTuber. He could have dumped here. He could have, right? He could have dumped here, or he could have dumped like a little bit along this way or over here. And this is in the time frame of about, you know, like 10 a.m. So about 8 hours, right? So about 7-8 hours is the time frame between this whole thing and when it dumps again. And now it's back down to 95 cents, close to these markers. He probably could buy it again and then, you know, accumulate it again. And then, you know, it's basically on him. Okay. So this is one example. Let's go to another example. This is December 14th. This is another signal he sent out, and this is on Network. Okay. I actually love this project. Both these projects are really good projects to get into, in my opinion, not financial advice. But so look at this, 2,800 people seen this. He bought in at 7:40 a.m. on Network. Okay, 7:40 a.m. Remember that. So we're gonna go down here, 7:40 a.m. at December 14th, and if we look here, 7:40 a.m. December 14th is right here. Okay, right at the bottom, 319. It is right here. If you can't see that little boom. Right here, he literally, it's like the literal, and then it shoots up right here, boom, all the way up from $3.19 to $3.68. Okay, look, it just makes sense. It just makes sense for someone to sell and take profits right through here. Boom, can do it at the same time. Boom, and then there we go. I mean, this is crazy. It's December 16th. I've tracked this for 2 days now, 2 signals in a row. I guess I could go back, but it was just kind of very disturbing to me because, like I said, I liked him, and this is just what I've discovered. Now, you might be asking, how much does he make? Well, this is his actual portfolio. Okay, he posted this in there. This is the portfolio, and you know he holds, you know, 200,000 in Blocktopia, 100,000 in Wilder World, 100,000 in YGG Yield Games. He's got 3,680 members in this group. So if you took 3,680 members in this group, and I am paying $50 a month, he's making $184,000 passive income a month. Just let's pause, okay? Because he's not making this in trading. He's making this in holding a signals group, and a signals group, you know. It's an alert. I guess he calls it an alert, right? But if you give a signal, that's a signal to go, right? It's not like an information group, right? It's not. An alert is like, okay, when you set an alert, it's like, okay, now it's time to do something. So it's kind of like saying one thing out of your mouth and then, you know, doing the other. It's like saying, hey, he makes some very good analogies or clarifications. Just to be honest, if you're gonna do this, he gives his disclaimers. He says that crypto trading is a one-man sport. I really like that. I think I'm gonna use that. Says he's in it for himself, and it's not a team sport unless you combine and become a hedge fund. It's not a team sport. We play against each other, honestly, cowboy. It's you and me, and reversing each other, and we're all out maneuvering each other. And he just gamified the system to where he creates instant demand after he buys in, right? The second after he buys in, he makes that alert, he creates instant demand, and people who are paying $50 a month for a signals group are more than likely able to pay like 1 BNB, 2 BNB, really go in heavy on these signals. A signal is something like, hey, do something now. I mean, that's just kind of like the term alert and signal. So he's saying it's just information, but it's not. But he does give his disclaimers, so I can't really do that. And it's hard for me to call it a scam, right? I'm like right at the edge because you see my strike, straining onto the tension between the two. Because I actually like him. He seems like a cool guy. Seems like he'll rip my throat out, but he seems like a very cool guy. And I think the calls are right too. Like these are correct calls. It's just that it's the ability for a YouTuber to create instant demand. And I take that as for some reason you guys you're watching me and you're giving me the time of day, and I really appreciate it. But I want to take I use that with caution. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying my best not to like screw anyone over. I feel like we can all win if like there's a fair playing field and stuff. So he's making near $200,000 a month just on that stream of revenue. With the predicated on like, hey, you know what, we could all buy in. If you're not thinking through, I just don't think signals groups are worth it. I'm gonna stop my subscription. He's probably gonna figure me out. I don't know, but I'm gonna stop my subscription after a month. I'm gonna go through other signals groups, but that's what I learned. I didn't know anything about signals groups or how they work, but they're very dangerous. Be careful, cowboys. Stay frosty out here. Everyone is out for themselves, which is or isn't a good thing. I just want you to be fully aware if you consider joining signals group, to have all the different aspects, you know, in mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. Lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands. We ride together, guys. We ride together. I'll see you in the next video.